Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh my lord, brother.
we have a streamer problem with Arc Raiders.
Je vais très gros ce bitch. Je vais désinstaller ce jeu. J'en peux plus. À chaque fois, je me fais tuer par des robots.
Let's go inside this front door. Jesus Christ, my man.
Maybe?
I hate the fucking PvE in this game. Holy!
I could also argue a community problem also. Relax, Harry, relax. I'll explain to the viewers what I mean before they crash out on the keyboard. I understand there's some irony to this video in itself, but hear me out. I think people are approaching Arc Raiders with the wrong mindset. This isn't your typical AAA release of the year, and you're going to need to learn to deal with it. And just take the game for what it is. It feels like these days, every game community hypes up a game and it can do no wrong. And then, the online community behind it loses their mind on release, and places like a subreddit for a game turns into a cesspool of dumb takes and rage. Nothing is ever enough for them, and they lose sight of the game's scope and thinks it needs to cater to everyone and everything around them, putting a lot of pressure on developers to cave into their unrealistic expectations. There's obviously room for community feedback from gamers and content creators alike.
Where your foliage setting will make bushes disappear before the players hiding in them do. So what that means is when you are running and you see things rendering in, you will see the player pop in crouched, and then you will see the bush pop in over him, which is a bit of a problem for the person in the bush.
For example, this post on Arc Raiders is genius. It essentially suggests the tumbleweeds we get jump scared by around the map has a chance to be one of those mechanical headcrabs. Brilliant. It makes sense in the game, it's been thought out, works mechanically, you know, it's worth a post. And then you'll get those peanuts posting the game needs to have a ranked mode or hosted tournaments. There's the door. Please, I insist. It takes you straight to every other multiplayer game in the business. One of my biggest concerns is seeing supposed professional gamers, aka streamers, who should know better by now, absolutely crash out over failing to adapt to the game.
You gotta be kidding me, brother. Like, dude.
Another one.
What is this? What did I do there? You guys are gonna have to leave without me. I'm not making this. I'm not making this. I'm dead.
Roll.
I'm dead.
I have a defib. We'll put a rent to him, defib him, and we run back here.
Calling elevator.
How are you finding this game?
Listen, man, I'm trying to keep things positive today, so I'm not even gonna comment on what the f I think. We're just here to play it.
Not everything has to play like another run-of-the-mill battle royale. Either play the game to its strengths or move on. No form of media or art is exempt from criticism, but it's just bizarre to me that I see so many gamers come to a unique game like this and expect it to play like Call of Duty or whatever the hell they've cooked up in their imagination of what the perfect game is. And of course, we all know the perfect game is Daddy Dating Simulator. The problem with suggesting stuff like make a PvE only mode or make the Arc bots weaker is, well, it completely gimps what makes the game unique.
I can absolutely imagine that a dedicated PvE mode would fit wonderfully into this game.
No, the difficulty of the AI is what makes this game interesting and tense in a multiplayer PvP environment. It creates moments like this where people try to negotiate out of bad scenarios for their safety. Press the button, bro, press the button. You got a microphone, brother? Relax, I'm not gonna kill you. You got a microphone? Turn your character the other way if you cannot. That's him. Alright, brother, listen to me carefully. If you open the button, I'll cover us. I need you to press the goddamn button, I'll cover us. He's dead. Can you hear me, brother? Behind the rock? Do you want to live or do you want to die? It's an easy question. You want to live? All right, press X or H, holster your gun. All right? I got mine holstered, we come out together. Quickly. Up to you.
All raiders, we have Arc on screen. 5 minutes left. Go find a way home. I repeat, 5 minutes.
He chose poorly. Look, I know I can come off as a little intense here, but what if we listen to the developers themselves? You can hear it straight from the developers here about what makes this game unique and what its appeal is.
It's also part of what we have decided to do. We want the game to really feel like you are there and you're fighting other raiders.
God! No! Oh.
But the main threat is Ark, and we want to keep it that way.
Just ignore it. Ignore him.
Yeah, so the main focus being PvE and other players being there just adds to the set piece.
Fucking put your shield on! I don't want to fight these fucking robots!
And, you know, with that, there is a very, you know, specific balance that you have to hit to make sure that it's not, you know, like you mentioned, that they're not just being overrun and this is just a nuisance.
I'm literally getting ready to fucking uninstall the game. I'm literally getting ready to uninstall the game. I don't want to be shooting robots! Yeah, see, look at the C++ program. It's going like, we cannot attack all the way up there, right?
The only bad news about that is you're probably not going to need that type of protection tonight.
Simply put, deal with it. Oh yeah. Oh! I don't think you guys worked out how to do it yet. Alright? Seriously, it blows my mind that professional full-time gamers are acting like complete educationally subnormal rejects over sucking ass at this game. Not every game has to hold your hand or have insane amounts of RNG in it like Battle Royales, where you land on a building and get a tactical nuke out of a chest, and the person next door to you found a pair of used socks in their loot chest. It really comes down to an attitude problem. What gives me some hope is, in the past few days, other players in love with Ark Raiders have caught onto this sentiment. I really hope this energy continues, and I quote, "Please do not listen to streamers or, honestly, the community. Watching Dr. Disrespect complaining, he really wants AR to be a BR. So please, don't let streamers destroy the potential of this fantastic game. Can you please just enjoy gaming without having your feelings ruined by what streamers thinks? Thanks. Please, stop trying to make this game like other games." Again, like I said earlier on, there's no issues with sharing constructive feedback or sharing opinions, but be fair and be realistic. For instance, I really just love about everything in this game, but I hate the free information that third-person fighting gives opponents. It leads to really ratty campy gameplay and scrappy fights. Alright, let's get out of here, fellas. Oh, under attack. Southwest. Hold the line, gentlemen.
Let's go.
Get your ass to Mars. Gentlemen, I'll see you in another life. Godspeed. Godspeed, gentlemen. Come on, motherfuckers. I'm about to get sniped by this other guy. Woo! Woo!
shoot. If you shoot me, I'm fucking losing my mind. I won't shoot. I won't shoot. I won't shoot. I won't shoot.
Wrong person! Gentlemen! No one gets out alive! No one gets out alive! No one!
Relax. Please. Can you just do me a solid?
Oh man, there's too many! How many are there? I would have had that. I just ran out of friggin' meds. I literally would have had that. It was like some John McClane shit. Like, no mag. Okay, shock. I freaking out. There's nothing left. But I understand where the developers are coming from with their decision on this, and they've stated they're not going to change anything or add a first-person mode. So look, it just is what it is. I accept the game for what it is, and I try my best to play around something that I'm not huge about in the game. And that's because the rest of the experience is really, really cool and holding it up. Do I need to try and strong-arm my opinion on what this game should be on everyone else? No. Especially when all those games already exist. In the future, there will be decisions made in the update cycle of this game that will no doubt lead to discussions on does this choice the developers made work or not, but that's with the scope of what the game is in mind.
I see people talking about like, Battlefield doesn't need to be RR. Can you guys just let us have one that like BRs? Like, I mean, dude.
I think the root cause of this phenomenon of incessant whinging streamers and bitching gamers is basically the oldest one in the history books. Hubris. The human ego. If you suck at a game, it can't be me, surely. It's the game's fault. And in recent times in multiplayer gaming, we have had loads of games with instant gratification and loads of RNG that lead people to enjoying those short bursts of dopamine. But they're just that, short-lived bursts of dopamine. There was no hard work, nothing learned, nothing gained, just simplistic RNG experiences with enough low-hanging fruit hooks to keep you engaged enough to buy a battle pass. I don't think Arc Raiders is perfect, but it's trying to do its own thing, and I'm really on board for something unique in a sea of copy-paste games that all look the same. You're allowed to have an opinion, but in this case, you're wrong, and I'm right. And you're just gonna have to learn to accept that in the comment section below. Oh boy, the comment section.
Incoming transmission.
Listen, you son of a bitch. What the f***'s your problem?